Hello dear student, welcome to my YouTube channel GKJ Statistic. Dear student, today we have discussed what is correlation. Correlation. The definition of correlation is the mutual relation or association between two or more variables is known as correlation. Then after we have discussed correlation, then we have discussed what is bivariate data. Second is bivariate data. Bivariate data. The data generated by two variable is known as bivariate data. If the data generated by three variable, this is known as trivariate data. If the data generated by one variable is known as univariate data. Then after correlation and bivariate data, we have discussed what is positive correlation. Positive correlation. If two variables are said to be correlated to each other, if one variable continuously increases, another variable continuously increases at particular time, this is known as positive correlation. Example of positive correlation is height, height and weight, and income and expenditure is the example of positive correlation. Then what is negative correlation? Negative correlation is negative correlation. If two variables are said to be correlated to each other, if one variable continuously increases at particular time, another variable continuously decreases, this is known as negative correlation. Another way we say that if the two variables are said to be correlated to each other, if one variable continuously decreases at particular time, another variable continuously increases, this is known as negative correlation. Example of negative correlation is price, demand, and volume and pressure of a perfect gas is an example of negative correlation. Then after positive correlation and negative correlation, then what is no correlation or superior correlation? If two variables are said to be no correlation between this is known as superior correlation. Two variables are no correlated, this is known as superior correlation. Another way say that this is nonsense correlation. Then after we have discussed bivariate data, positive correlation, negative correlation, then second, third, fourth is linear correlation. Linear correlation. If two variables are said to be correlated to each other, if there will be constant interval between them, this is known as linear correlation. If the example of linear correlation is suppose x one variable, another variable is y. Suppose x is 10, 20, 30, 40 and y is like 110, 120, 130, 140. There will be 10-10 interval. Also there will be 10-10 interval. Two variables are said to be correlated to each other, but there will be constant interval. It is example of linear correlation. Then what is non-linear correlation? Non-linear correlation. If two variables are said to be correlated to each other, but there will be not constant interval, is known as non-linear correlation. Example of non-linear correlation is suppose x is a one variable like 110, 120, 130. Y variable is like 100, 200, 300, 400. There will be not constant interval. This is known as non-linear correlation.